Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. Immediately my trailer thought just went, what am I doing? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know. My mind is just like gone already. I think let's talk about, I'm not sure, what, let's see, anything going on in the gaming sphere? Power World, oh, you know, I suppose what big news happened, I suppose we'll date this video, but we'll sit and we'll talk about it in a second. Good evening everyone, right now in Fawnhallow, it's 10:25 PM on Thursday, May 8th, 2025. What will date this video is the fact that a new Pope has been elected, which is exciting, I think, for those of you invested in it. For me, who doesn't really have much investment in the Pope, it's more like cool, and that's it. Of course I know about more of a process now because I'm watching Conclave, which is a good movie, by the way. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. How accurate is it to the portrayal of Cardinal's life? I've genuinely got no idea, but I really enjoyed the movie, so there's that. Excuse me. Yeah. What else can we talk about, though? I don't know. Let's try and find a conversational thread, and then we'll start pulling. Deadlock shop rework update. What does that even mean? Like in-game cosmetics, or is it like the item shop? Oh, it's the item shop. That's kind of cool. Did I release any new things at Deadlock? Deadlock was it's a very interesting game. Oh, it's not even been released yet. What? I didn't realise this, but I remember Deadlock, they were going to go around and then eventually revamp a lot of the characters, right? Because some of them were like made for a different aesthetic game or something. Like I don't remember. There's one of them who has like a really futuristic. Oh, Grey Talent. There we go. So I was just opening up a wiki and looking. I don't know why I said it like that. Looky. I was opening up a wiki and looking to see exactly who's being updated and when and what. I don't know. It doesn't look anywhere. At least a wiki doesn't have anyone being updated yet. Wikipedia, are you more updated? I don't know. I don't know. Everyone looks the same. Let's see. Deadlock characters update. Leaks, new heroes, and beta release. That's not them. 10 new heroes. Okay, so I guess they never did actually do the update thing. Who knows? Anyway, Deadlock was a game which sort of, came out and then, at least in my friend group, played it for a bit and then no longer have it been played. We've all moved on. Have other people moved on? I don't know. It's kind of up to them, to be honest. Me, myself, and I am chilling and relaxing. I can't even think what to talk about, to be honest. Okay, this is where I browsed r/games trying to find something to talk about. Couldn't find something. Let's just think about another random topic which sort of comes to mind. I'm sort of channeling, I'm thinking, I'm going through my library of every single thing that comes to mind and just seeing what appears, what doesn't appear. I don't know, hot air balloons came up. I don't know if I've spoken about hot air balloons before. They're pretty fun, to be honest. I think I must have, because I went to a hot air balloon show once, and there's no doubt I haven't spoken about it there. Why don't we speak about birthstones? How about that? Birthstones is a very interesting thing because it's something which I have knowledge about, as in I know the birthstones of each month for two very random reasons. One being because of a game called Hamtaro Heartbreak, where part of that game is you shine stones and they become gemstones. Depending on how many people you've let fall in love is how strong your polishing skills are. It doesn't really make much sense, don't think about it too much. And I think the gemstones were literally just to make accessories for the customization portion of that game, which is so random, to be honest. But Why do that game even have a customization element? Don't know. To be honest, I straight up don't have an answer for you. But yeah, I remember just like collecting the gemstones, and I remember noticing a pattern, being like, why are there just like 12 random gemstones here at the beginning, with seemingly like no order behind them? And then, you know, I looked it up or something on the internet, and then like bada bing bada boom, there's the 12 birthstones. Oh, to be fair, I think there's multiple variations on what the 12 birthstones technically are. You know, it depends on, I wasn't say like which mythology you follow, that's perhaps a bit of a weird way to put it, but it depends more so which standard you're trying to follow. Because there's like different ones for each one, as I understand it. There's like I don't know, but what I was trying to think of like variations, but I couldn't think of any. The one I know at least is January is, let me think, garnet. February is amethyst. March is aquamarine. April is diamond. May is emerald. June is pearl. July is ruby. August is peridot. September is sapphire. October is opal. November is topaz. And December's aquamarine? That doesn't sound right. Well, one of those is wrong, because it's not... December and March can't both be aquamarine. That doesn't make sense. Birthstone. So apparently I don't remember what December's is. Oh, turquoise! That's what December's is. Not turquoise. Not aquamarine. So I only really know it because of that my game Hamtaro Heartbreak, but also because there used to be some TY Beanie Babies which were themed after birthstones. It had like on my little TY tag being like, the birthstone for this month is whatever, and then they'd be like coloured to look like that birthstone, which is certainly quite cute, I think. I'm not going to be like that's a little hideous or anything like that, but yeah. I wish I knew more about the birthstones, but that's about it, to be honest. Yeah. But yeah, I know there's like different variations on what can be considered birthstones. I wonder how the birthstones even came to be. Hold on, let's see. Birthstones. I know mine is sapphire for September. That seems to be like the accepted one. Western traditions. I suppose it... No, I never really thought about that. I guess it can be different per culture that you're a part of. Probably kind of depends, you know. Because I'd imagine a lot of them might just be, oh, you know, whatever gemstones you can end up finding. Apparently US and UK have different ones by time frame. It's wild. And very specific. Garnet, amethyst, aquamarine, or bloodstone. What the heck's bloodstone? Heliotrope. Oh, I didn't know if that's the same name. I should learn more about gemstones. Diamonds. Seems very consistent. Rock crystal. Oh, quartz, I see. For April. May, emerald, agate. Or chrysoprase. What? Cat's eye for June. Turquoise, agate, pearl, moonstone. That's quite a pretty one. Alexandrite. Alexandrite is what? A type of chrysobel. Okay. As illuminate or beryllium. It's very fascinating learning about all these like inorganic compounds and how gemstones end up being made, huh? August. Now this one's apparently not inconvenient, inconsistent. Sardonyx, peridot. Seems like peridot is the one that came into it. Sapphire, lapis lazuli is accepted. Opal, tourmaline, topaz, citrine, turquoise, lapis lazuli. You know what I just thought about is I'm sure that a lot of people probably know about this because of Steven Universe now, isn't it? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's always fun, but when you learn about these different things here and there through odd sources, unusual sources, I think on most people. Not like sitting down being like, I'm going to learn the birthstones or gemstones or whatever. Just sort of like watching a TV show, whatever TV show you like, and then being like, well, I'll learn about all different types of gemstones now. How accurate is it to portray the gemstones? I don't know, but I guess that's not really for my place to judge or say in either capacity, to be honest. If it is, it is. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, so that's it, gemstones. I assume they represent different things. You might be like, do you have a strong attachment to your birth gemstone? No, not really. Blue's not really my favourite colour. I do like blue. I think it depends. I wouldn't normally go for a sapphire blue if I was going to go for a blue. I actually wear quite a lot of blues, to be honest. I'm wearing blue right now, but it's more of like a I was going to say periwinkle, but that's perhaps a bit too bright. What's like a sort of mid-tone blue? Like a royal blue, maybe? Although royal blue can often also mean a very vibrant blue, which is a bit even more confusing. What's that blue? I'm trying to think what it's called in my mind. And it's like named after a type of like flower or plant or something. I'm not sure. Maybe I put like a cobalt blue or something. I think it's a bit more fading. Oh, cornflower blue, that's it. I actually think, now I'm looking at it, I think I'm wearing a bit of a cornflower blue. So I wouldn't say I have like that much attachment to a sapphire in general. I don't think I have anything against a sapphire, mind you. But I don't know, birthstones to me are just kind of like that. They're just kind of like, oh, interesting. What? The fascination, I suppose, ends up there. I think sapphire, though, is one of the nicest sounding ones. Like name-wise, isn't it? Garnet is like a, I don't know, I feel like that sound is a bit of like a harsh one in the middle. Amethyst? I think amethyst has a very elegant, nice spelling. You know, it feels a little bit, quirky, a little bit unique, you know. What's my, aquamarine? I feel like aquamarine, you know, I'm not aware for it. I'm not jiving with it. And that thing. Diamonds are okay, you know. Naming wise, I feel like they're fine. Nothing wrong with that. What's me? Emerald? I don't know, I think emerald's fun to say, in a way, but something about the shape of a word doesn't feel quite right. Pearls, I don't know. Ruby, peridot. I don't think peridot is an interesting one. It feels like quirky enough, it's very different. Sapphire, I feel like has a nice sort of smoothness to it. Opal? I think opal's got like it's like got like a soft plosive, isn't it? Opal. Topaz feels like harsh for some reason. And then turquoise. Now, I wonder if a gemstone's named after the... Is it gemstones named after the... whatchamacallit? The crystal? Is it the crystal's named after the gemstone? I don't know. Bewildering. Yeah, I don't know. Like, would I get something with my birthstone on over a different crystal? I don't know. I think if it was like I was getting something and it was related to my birthday, I would. And probably I would get something with a blue crystal just because I think a blue crystal would look nicer on me in most cases, but I don't know if I'd seek out a sapphire in particular. I feel like I have more of an affinity for much more sort of like iridescent looking crystals, you know? Something which is effectively colourless, but then like depending on the right lighting can make it seem like it shimmers or is a little bit more prismatic in one way or another. I think that's kind of like more my vibe. Is that good or bad? I don't really know. I think it just sort of is. Plus, I don't really own many things with crystals. Well, like, I don't know if I own anything with a crystal in, really. I don't mean that in a sad way or anything, just more like, I guess crystals are kind of expensive, to be honest. That's not really something that you just sort of go out and buy real casual, like. You gotta, like, invest in it. That's what I'm saying, like, jewelry is always really expensive, despite the fact that I find it very pretty. Unsurprisingly, perhaps. I mean, to be fair, not all jewelry is expensive. I suppose the ones of the very nice metals and precious gemstones, I think, are certainly up there in when it comes to cost and everything. And again, not in a matter. I mean, but just kind of is. I suppose scarcity is demand. Well, to a certain extent as well. I'm sure part of it is not because, you know, like, I mean, scarcity of diamonds is like artificial, isn't it? That's why we have artificial diamonds now. And I'm, you know, a-okay with pure artificial crystals, to be honest. I like crystals for the aesthetic of them, not because of a material value they necessarily hold. And, you know, an actual crystal, it's very different from like a plastic imitation of a crystal. Which is why you're like, why are you not satisfied with like plastic versions? I'm like, it doesn't feel the same, you know. Plastic has a different feel to like a crystal stone thing, you know. Maybe I'd really like geodes or something. Maybe that's a hobby I should get into, just like cracking open geodes or something. I like little gacha loot boxes. Except I feel like I'd rather just buy the crystal outright. Which is probably how I feel about loot boxes as well, to be honest. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like I'm on like a weird sort of mental conversational thread at the moment. Is there any rhyme and reason to what I'm saying? Absolutely not. I'm just sort of vibing. We're sort of just chilling. And whatever happens, happens. Anyway, I think I'm around this episode of it. I feel like I've gone off a deep end conversationally. My brain can't hold together a conversation very well right now. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.